that people come out and say, "आप telethon कर रहे हैं, हमें आना है. We want to be part of this. We want to join the cause. So join us."
I was one of them.
Thank you.
So very interestingly, like the journey started with the Prime Minister's announcement from the Red Fort. And we were among the first few companies in India who said like, yes, we are together and we should do it collectively and we should not stop. It should be a mass movement. We should have, civil society with us. We should have the media with us. We should have the government with us. We should have the policymakers with us. We bring the best practices across the world because Racket is in 60 plus countries. And we thought like, there's a lot of mutual learning from one country to another. We bring everything put together and let's make it grand. And the behavior change should take place. In the earlier conversations, when Prime Minister Modi met Theresa May, we were the one as a company who gave the midterm health check of Swachh Bharat to both of them. The great thing is like, the PMO took the cognizance of that. And there was a major change in the spends on behavior change from the overall total budget kitty.
Right.
Because constructing toilets was the one thing. Most important is sustaining those.
Yes.
And like Pariniti, you just rightly said, like, involving men also in the whole process.
Oh, absolutely.
And yes.
इन दोनों को आप ही बोलो, परिणीति और श्री बोलो. दोनों men हैं, इन दोनों को बोलो.
So change begins with us.
Absolutely
Change
right.
begins with us. So that was the first campaign we started with. I'm very proud to tell, like, the change begins with us, and we're still making it as a mass movement. Together with Network 18. And we're very sure, like, in the times to come, like, the behaviors are going to stay. In the most difficult terrains also in India.
Absolutely.
And with, some of the best brains working in the Racket.
Right.
And the best brains in Network 18 and others.
Absolutely.
We'll be co-curating the program in such a way, like, that will show the path to the other countries which are still struggling.
Absolutely.
The main theme for this World Holiday is making the invisible visible. So to make it visible, it's important. Like, we learn, we nurture.
So what are the solutions that you're going to bring? आप क्या करने वाले हैं? क्योंकि समस्या है तो उसका समाधान चाहिए. हम तो problem नहीं देखते हैं, हम opportunity देखते हैं, solution देखते हैं. तो आप बताइए.
100%. अगर आप देखें, I mean, like Ravi was saying, in 2015 when we started, and till now, I think we've made massive stride as a country, right? I mean, we were talked of as an open defecation country, and we've now got it free. But even if you look now, statistically, we're still 156th rank as far as sanitation index is concerned. So still, while we acknowledge and we can thump our back, etc., to say we made massive progress,
there's a long
distance to go. And I think the inclusion of the word "milkar le zimmedari" is supremely important in this because what policymakers could have done, what government and all big-time efforts could have done to get us here has happened. But now it is all about individuals to come together as collective society, like Pariniti was talking about gender, but beyond gender, also about socio-economic system. Everyone needs to now contribute to take the sanitation forward.
Do I have time to interject?
Yes, of course.
We were talking about behavioral changes. I'm sure a lot of you will relate to this. When a group of 5 girls tries to use a public bathroom, there'll always be that one leader who goes and checks, and then she comes out and she says, "Good to go. ये वाला इस्तेमाल कर सकते." आपने कभी लड़कों को ये करते हुए देखा है? लड़के 5 के 5 अंदर घुस जाते हैं क्योंकि उनको पता है कि ठीक ही होगा. So I feel, we're joking about it, but it's years and years of experience.
It's a real challenge.
It's legit. Like I've been on highways where I've sent my dad or my brother to say, you guys can go and use the bathroom anywhere, but let me know if I can, because I can't go out in the open. Boys can go anywhere.
No, you're right. It's a social problem, as Pariniti was saying. It's an economic problem. It's a health problem as well. So what's the road ahead, Saurabh? Take us through what's planned for the next steps.
I think just to Pariniti's point, I mean, you were talking about female. I mean, even when we have to stop, when we're going on the road trip and we have to stop, as males, if the male toilet is bad, we don't even like, I look back to my daughter and my wife and I like don't even step out because like if this is the state, it's not there.
There you go.
I think the single biggest thing, like you're saying, is the behavioral shift that's required. I think if I tell you statistically 50% of the people who have toilet in India today still clean only with water and detergent. Khali pani छिड़क दिया, detergent डाल दिया, उसे साफ कर लिया. Think of it, it is a hotbed of germs, right? Even at individual household level, as much as it is in public domain, public toilet domain as well. So thereby the responsibility again has to be shared. It has to be everyone's to make sure that toilet तो घर पे आ गया है, but उसको साफ और सुरक्षित नहीं रखेंगे, so we will spread more germs at home, and that's the behavioral change.
And that's what I want to pick up on, Saurabh. As you said, it is shared responsibility. And Ravi, I want to understand from you what the experience has been working, not just with the union government, but working with state governments, and more importantly, working with local administrations, because this cannot be a top-down thing. It has to really be a grounds-up or a bottoms-up approach, right?
Very interesting. Again, like, you know, we started with the hygiene index. It was the Reckitt which started the hygiene index. We started with the one city in India. From one city, we reached to 10 cities, from 10 cities to 20 cities, from 20 cities to 25 cities, and further, the birth of the Swachh Sarvekshan we saw ourselves, with a lot of data and inputs, which started with the hygiene index, what we created. So they were all intertwined into that. And now there's a ranking, like Indore's ranking, you see, you know, and other places ranking. So good part is there's a movement, and there's a good movement. But all the efforts needs to be sustained.
You know, you're talking about cities, Anand, and we do have some of these administrators with us. Yes, exactly.
The people who have to do it. But just as we call them, जो ये समस्याओं का समाधान, जो solutions की बात करते हैं, आप दोनों के लिए task है. आप you're in the business of sanitation, तो हर toilet को साफ रखने का काम हार्पिक का है, तो हार्पिक अगर
गलती भी आपकी, solution भी आप ही लाओ.
आपको करो. But ऐसे हजारों sanitation warriors भी हैं जो बिना थके, बिना रुके देश के लिए काम कर रहे हैं, और इनमें से कुछ ऐसे IAS ऑफिसर्स भी हैं जिन्होंने अपनी कोशिशों से अपनी पोस्टिंग वाले इलाकों को ही बदल दिया. इन्हें अपनी इंस्पायरिंग सर्विस के लिए साल 2022 का स्वच्छ सर्वेक्षण पुरस्कार भी दिया गया. स्वच्छ सर्वेक्षण की बात अभी रवि कर रहे थे. ईशा कालिया जी हैं, IAS जॉइंट मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर, CEO पंजाब म्युनिसिपल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट कंपनी. पंचानिधि पानी, IAS and former collector of Surat, जो कि वहाँ पर कोविड कलेक्टर के नाम से मशहूर हैं, and currently serving as Vadodara Municipal Commissioner. Pratibha Pal, Commissioner, Indore Municipal Corporation, is also joining us. नमस्ते. मेरा पहला प्रश्न है पानी साहब से. पानी साहब कहाँ हैं? आइए आइए पानी साहब आइए.
Welcoming Mr. Paani on the Mission Paani stage.
So the Odia roots now setting base in Gujarat. He was Commissioner Rajkot, Surat, and now Vadodara. तो एक एक करके गुजरात में आप कर रहे हैं सफाई. पर एक बात बताइए, वहाँ तो कोविड कलेक्टर थे सूरत में, वडोदरा में अब आपको स्वच्छ कलेक्टर होना पड़ेगा.
सूरत में भी काफ़ी स्वच्छता के बारे में काफ़ी अच्छा काम हुआ है. सूरत में खास करके जो गंदा पानी, जो ड्रेनेज का पानी है, वो पानी गंदा पानी होके वो डिजीज़ फैलाता है. लेकिन उस पानी को हम लोग रिसाइकिल और रीट्रीट करके 140 करोड़ का इनकम रेवेन्यू जनरेशन सूरत म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन कर रहा है. दैट इज मैसिव. सेकंड, जो सूरत का जो कचरा है, वो कचरा हमारे लिए कंचन है. वो सर्कुलर इकोनॉमी जो कॉन्सेप्ट है, वो सर्कुलर इकोनॉमी वहाँ इस्टेब्लिश किया गया है. कचरा कहीं भी कचरा नहीं है, उसको हम मानते हैं कचरा है. कचरा को अगर रिसाइकिल और रिप्रोडक्ट किया जाए तो उससे काफ़ी अच्छा रेवेन्यू जनरेट होता है, जो काफ़ी अच्छा हमारे लिए पूरा स्वच्छ शहर बनाया जा सकता है.
ईशा जी भी हमारे साथ हैं. ईशा जी आइए. एंड प्रतिभा जी इज ऑल्सो विद अस. शी इज जॉइनिंग अस वाया द लाइव लिंक.
Thank you.
Hi, ma'am. Hi, lovely.
Good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Namaste. Thank you for coming. आइए.
Isha ji, as we were just talking to Mr. Paani here, and he was telling us what they managed to do both in Surat and now in Vadodara. I want to understand from you what the experience has been like in Punjab. What were the big challenges